Hey, I'm Cam.
I'm Jenna, and you're watching Bring the Noise.
I reckon the reaction's been a lot better than we could have expected.
Yeah, definitely.
We've only toured here twice, and it's been pretty noticeably bigger this time. So.
Yeah, I agree.
There was like a chick with like that looked painted like a cat, sticking her face up against our van when we got pulled in. That was probably the weirdest thing we saw.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising when we've got the kids in like the gothic black velvet makeup, singing our lyrics. It's quite surprising that they can be fans of both bands. They're so
They
different.
actually know how to smile.
I don't really miss home on tour until we're really at the end of a long tour and you're like, I'm ready to go home. When we're away, we're so busy and we have each other. We are a little family. We've been doing this for years now, so we live with each other practically 24/7. So you don't miss home until you've been on the road for 3 months and you're really burnt out, really. So how it compares to being overseas? We haven't toured Australia for a year, so it's really hard to compare the two.
No, we're fine really. It doesn't matter where we are. Like, we managed to get through. We enjoy it. Make fun somehow. So.
I think WAC is sort of takes care of a lot of the business side of things that we don't worry about because we're kind of naive. We kind of don't really like to. There are a lot of things that we kind of let him take care of in a way, but emotional rock.
I think we're all each other's emotional rock at different times. Like, yeah, we all go through times where we're like the stressed out one, and then we all go through times where we're like the level-headed one with someone else. Like, I think that's what's cool about being in a band of 5 people. Yeah.
I'm a bit of a Gemini. Sometimes I enjoy like fast-paced, a lot of talking to a lot of people, stuff like that. Other days I'm just like, I really would just rather stay in the room, and it's kind of not fair to fans sometimes when I'm feeling like that, but it is kind of a human thing. But other than that, we definitely try to pay attention to our fans and go out after, go to merch and hang out. So yeah, we have different days for that.
Well, obviously Mark brought a lot of experience to the table that we had never really done before, but he also had a lot of connections in LA, which is a place that was completely foreign to us when we were there. He was responsible for getting Mark Hoppus to feature on the album as well, which was a pretty important part. Yeah, I know he really did a good job with the album. I think considering where we were at that time, we really didn't have a very clear direction. We just had a bunch of songs which needed compiling, I guess, and recording. So. Yeah.
I think this time around, because of what we learnt from Mark and where we've come from as a band in the past 2 years, we've sort of found someone that we feel is really appropriate for this album. We've been writing it for 1.5 years, so it's like we're actually in the middle of recording it right now. So when we go home, we'll be tracking guitars and vocals. So.
And the first time that we did the album, that was the first time that we went out of the country to LA. And then since then, we haven't really been home at all. So we wanted to do the next album at home. It just didn't make sense to go away again. We've already been away for so long.
Yeah.
We all have a heaps clearer vision now with where we want to go, and we understand what we want out of the songs in the album. And we're not just kids that just want to put 20 songs on an album and just record it as quickly as possible and get it out. We understand what has to be done, and
Yeah, I guess the touring as well has changed us as musicians and as people. We've spent the past 2 years together consecutively in different countries, so we've learnt a lot about ourselves. So on a personal level, but also on a musical level, I think we've grown up a lot too.
Yeah, we like the first album, but there's those parts on it now that we listen to and we're like, okay, we should have done this, we should have done that, and we're just making sure that we don't make those same mistakes, I guess you could call it, but just, this time around. There was like one or two songs that maybe shouldn't have gone on the album or should have had a lot more work done to them before we put them on. And Mark actually said to us, this is the odd song out that doesn't fit. And we were like, no, but it's got this like really cool part in it, and just little stuff like immature stuff like that.
Being stubborn.
Yeah, we were really stubborn back then as well, which I think is another thing that we changed now.
Yeah, we've been a lot more open-minded about things now, like especially with the producer we're working with, when he says, I don't think that's the best part, and it's like you fight him for 5 minutes, and then you're just like, okay, I'll do it your way, and then it's always, it turns out for the best. But it's kind of about having an open mind sometimes.
I think when we started out, like a lot of bands do, you just trust everything that you hear, and like there's a shitload of people in the music industry that are just like liars, and they're just manipulative people, and they'll tell you what you want to hear. And when you're young and you're impressionable, especially from Australia, you just want to get out and do everything. And I think when we started out, we were just a bit too trusting and naive about what was going on around us, and it's kind of set us back a bit. I'd probably say that's my biggest regret.
I'm going to agree with Cam, because everything other than that, even that experience was a really big learning curve for us, and it's sort of prevented us from getting into situations now, and it will prevent us from getting into situations in the future where we are, putting the future at risk in a way.
I'm proud of everything else that we've done though.
Yeah. Even with the album, with my singing and things that I'm like, I wish I did that better. It's like it's made me push myself to reach a point where I am happy and proud of myself.
Yeah, it's not like we regret any of those things on the last album. They're just things that we've learnt from for the next one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we had heaps of moments. Like, do you remember that when we went to Bali?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got,
that's right.
And we stayed on like in this Macbeth villa, like over the water, and it was like, fuck, what the hell are we doing here? Like, we got treated so well. Every time we've been like the first time somewhere, we always get really excited, and
Yeah, it was pretty mind-blowing. We walked into this villa that Macbeth put us in, and we walked out the back of it, and there was like a pool, and then there was a cliff, and then there was the ocean, and it was like, I remember seeing a photo of Tom DeLonge in that pool once, and I was like, holy shit, it was amazing.
Yeah, that was really special. We all took like a really mad photo of us over the water there.
Yeah.
Sick. Just for influencing the next generation of bands. You know what I mean? I don't think no band's going to be around forever, but like all the bands that we used to listen to resulted in what we are now, and I hope that we kind of are a band that all the next bands that come up say, oh, I used to like Tonight Alive and stuff, shit like that, you know what I mean?
That's
and
cool.
I hope that they're watching our band DVD like in their lounge room together at band practice saying, oh, that's fucking mad, I want to do that, and it's just shit like that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's really cool. I would love to be like our bands that sort of empowers people our age and younger, or at whatever stage in their life, to be the person they want to be and not be held back by the restrictions of judgment or outside influences, to just go and get the things that you want, and
especially bands from Australia as well.
Yeah.